Let's turn you around so you can see. Let scribes see scriber. Let's get some numbers given to you of this 30th of May 2019. My laptop doesn't quite fit on this side. It'd be Thursday. How are we going? Get ready. We got some sovereign news brought to you from the efforts of three good men. That would be Mr. X, who I will keep anonymous for data and privacy, Brother Kevin, and a man called Brother Roger. I'm not going to show you all of this document, but this is what I'm going to read from you. I got it, on there. I got a document from these folk that are in the thumbnail. Yes, Centre for Health and Disability Assessments, operated by that Roman Maximus folk. And later down here, you've got who, there you got your chda, and the telephone number for that. So what I'm going to do is put the camera on me. We've had an admission, we've had an update. Thank you to that brother who I've just spoken to, who's given me permission to cast this. Thank you also to Brother Kevin and to Brother Roger. You know who they are, the ones that are in the know, you know who his brothers are. Without further ado, we'll get the camera this way. Dear Mr. X, I am writing further to our letter dated April 2019. In your letter dated X April 2019, you advised that you had given Dr. X at a certain medical centre authorisation to discuss your medical records with a healthcare professional at Centre for Disability, with a healthcare professional at a Centre for Health and Disability Assessments. Full stop. I'll put you here, look. That good? Yeah. In view of this, one of our healthcare professionals called Dr. X on a certain day in April 2019, and following their conversation, we were able to provide advice to the Department for Work and Pensions, also known as the DWP, without the need for you to attend a face-to-face assessment at this time. That's something, isn't it? That's not all of the news. We'll continue on. So, yes, you get that. Rewind it if you don't. I noted your request for this call to be audio recorded and a copy provided to you, or for a transcript of the call. Standard, data request. You can do that under GDPR. Unfortunately, we do not have the facility to audio record telephone calls other than those to our contact centre. However, the healthcare professional who called Dr. X did make a transcript of the call, and this has been forwarded on to the data controller within the DWP to pass on to the customer, Mr. X here, okay, the service user. Your referral has now been returned to the Department for Work and Pensions, and they will contact you in due course regarding the outcome of your benefit claim, if they have not done so already. I am sorry for any upset and inconvenience that has been caused on this occasion, and would like to thank you for taking the time to contact us regarding this. I do hope that any future dealings you may have with our service will not give you any cause for concern. Yours sincerely. Now, we haven't got an actual pen signature there, but we've got the name of the Customer Relations Team Manager at the Centre for Health and Disability Assessments Limited. So, can we just go, boom, Shankar? I've just had a chat with this Mr. X, and we're going to incorporate further, more concise, articulate information on here. I, David, don't take any claim for this. I will give it to the ones that are duly deserved of this fine, outcome and result, which would be the Brother Kevin and the Brother Roger. Mr. X for the submittance of this, not submittance, dissidents for the for the admission to myself, and via the .com where this has come and been released in private, I'm allowed to let you know this man's word, Mr. X's words are, we're going to take them down from within lawfully with regards to their legal, positions here. This is a genuine case. We're not a bunch of men. We're not a bunch of folk, weed smoking, tree hugging, peace and love warriors that think we're owed stuff. This is a genuine issue where you have been previously assessed by a healthcare professional, as myself, Kevin, and myself, I've hosted. Kevin has put it, the verbatim, text that we can consider using. And because you've been previously assessed by a healthcare professional, and these lot at these places are not healthcare professionals, the Disability Work Assessment Centre for Health and Disability Assessments, we've covered that. The licensing, or the actual skill set, competence that they're at there. So if you submit and contract to that and consent at your peril, because we are trying to streamline this as much as we can for ones that are genuinely less abled in the community and family. We're not trying to cause trouble. We're not trying to stir anything up. You will see the news and the relevant stories associated with this fiasco, the hardship and the way that it's going there. So we've not only managed to get this, the royal we, okay, we are not only able, you is included in the royal we, man is not only able to have an assessment done via a healthcare profession at home, it's now gone to you stay at home and the healthcare professional liaises with the doctor. I realise this is slightly different to the way that Kevin has outlined it structure-wise, and with the document that is under .com, I'm going to now, after speaking to Mr. X, look at straight away streamlining and amending certain parts of that document for your consideration on the .com that Kevin was on about on Friday, I believe, Friday or Saturday, the weekend. Continuous improvement. So I am not using this system. I haven't used this system. I've used it when I was 15 and when I was a youth. I haven't very much at all recently ever gone into the benefit system and all of this. So I can't articulate and say what is what because I don't know what is what. I just strut. What the duck? So you know what is what, and this man knows what is what, and now we're finding out together what is what, and we are just gonna strut. What the duck? So I'm half sovereign and I'm half painty man. Not had a shower, still a bit dirty. That's a bad example. There's some paint somewhere, I'm sure. And I'm going to liaise with Mr. X further. I'm going to liaise with Kevin. If you know Roger from the Facebook realm, peace and love to him. Much gratitude and respect. He will have copies of relevant documentation other than myself, Kevin, Mr. X, and what has been sent to us as an admission by Mr. X on the .com. This, what I've just read out to you, is in our private community. And once I've touched base with brother Kevin, we will jig perhaps a hangout and an update. Sorry, I didn't realise I was stood like that on the camera. A hangout and an update and any further revisions that we will do with regards to this outcome here. Excellent news. Bottom line being, if you have an issue and you're sick and you've got a degenerative disease condition, you're not going to get better, and you are genuine, then that's why we're here. Because some pompous upstart with no qualifications, no medical background, no British medical anything, there's even issues with these assessment centres not being able to have the adequate insurance for somebody who's genuinely knackered. When I say knackered, just think broken, genuinely broken in many ways. And the questions are, if I bring this service user, customer, man, woman here for the assessment, have you got adequate liability insurance? Can you cover this? And often the answer is no. There's no private places to wait. Instead of, you've got anxiety, you've got mental onsets of agoraphobic anxiety, things like that, you'll be finding that you're better off. I'm not giving advice at all. You will find that you may be better off considering your options, because as much as it will drag you to go down there, and you don't get the requirements at the other end, where you're trying to keep clean hands, do right, be good, follow the rules, and you just get chopped down and treated like not very nice. It's inadequate, and it's crimes against man when you are genuine, and you get left out in the cold. You get called a liar by somebody who's overridden, like we had with brother James from Sheffield. What happened there? We shared that privately on Facebook. I can't remember what I brought to Tube, but we went down the roads of, and we argued, and he was successful in that. But he shouldn't come to that. If a hospital, or the diagnosis and the prognosis and the overall outlay from a healthcare professional, I argue that bear with me when I say healthcare professional. I use that term loosely in light of what we are experimenting and finding out. If that has come from a hospital physician, anybody that's got to say, we've operated, they've been here, they've been discharged, this is what the situation is, then that's genuine. For somebody to be so arrogant to say, oh well, you can still carry a box, you can press a button, you're fit for work. What? I've got a terminal disease. Do you know what a terminal disease is? Yes, it's a bit like the airport, they have terminals, a bit like your plug, they have terminals, a bit like man, he has terminals, terminal diseases, and you're not going to get better, you're not fit for work, you may not have much life left, and why should you use it slaving away for a corpse that doesn't care about you, that treats you like scum, that I'm not saying that's all, but it's wrong, it's very wrong, and we are not going to follow your rules. We are going to interface with them, and we're going to use law and legal. It depends. Putting it out there, there's many ways to handle this, and what I've just spoke about with Mr. X is now reinvigorated my feelings, and I haven't spoken to Kevin yet. I'm speaking to you first, then I'll catch up with Kev later. I'm going to maybe see Mr. X this weekend, and I'm going to bring you more next week. This is what we're going to be doing in the cafe, seminars. These outlays, packs will be left for the community. You don't have to go on the .com, you don't have to come on the Hangout. We'll distribute this for free. It's getting out there, the structure, the way that it is, the language. We're not telling you, it's just how we have got ways to get what we are duly entitled to. It's no fraud. In fact, the fraud's at the other end here. The fraud is at the ones that are, saying with their assessment. So, Brother Roger from my end has had a good result. He's represented himself. He's been down to a tribunal. He went on his own, and I can't tell you because I haven't got permission, but he said that in a general way, he's had a good outcome. He's done that himself. They were looking at forcing him to do something. He raised a few legal points. He didn't have to go trust, he didn't have to go law, he didn't go very deep at all, and he raised a few legal issues, and of which the judge went, aye, what you saying? And he went, actually, good point. And he went, okay then, overridden. So well done, Roger. Bosh. It's happening all over. These are not malingerers. Look up malingerer. And these are not, piss-taking frauds. The fraud is at the other end. These are genuine, less abled mans and womans that we are assisting, and we are helping fight for. Mr. X, we give you much love. If you watch this back, you know who you are. Kevin and Roger, two of them for you as well. Bam, to the scribes. Be patient. We will be putting updates on the .com. A massive, again, like what we brought to you the other week with them asking for permission last week with brothers Kevin and I, and the scribes, what we had there with the Pip hangout. So again, excellent, strength to strength. We are kicking ass. It's not my work. I'm not trying to steal it. I'm just helping. All right. So I hope you're smiling at this tea time on the 30th of May. Thank you to that, for that admission, and we're going to continuously improve, and when we've done it, it will be straight out on all platforms. I am going to create an SPL's Pro Twitter and Instagram, so we can put certain things out, and then we need to get more. We need to get this out to the youth. We need to get it out all around the realm of which this is United Kingdom only. You're in another continent. We need to let you know this is UK based, but we will expand on the other areas, and we will need your, like I didn't say it with Santos. If you're in a different continent and you want to set up a campaign or a movement or a local satellite area where we can link up with, then do so for Help Santos and do so for these, and then we can link back and feed to you. We'd like to go to cafes. I'd like to travel around, and we can send this out via email. You can print it, you can distribute in your own local area. This is not for sale. We're not going to profit off helping the less abled get what their entitlements are. It's quite sickening, as we've put. There's no emotion, there's no thought, there's no using their discretionary powers. There's a decision maker, and there is black and white rules, and you fall in with that, you know. Well, no, because we're not black and white. So we get them to look at their own systems, and if you just take it and you don't you don't look into it, then you will be at your peril, as we say. So thank you. Quick update there. I know it's busy. I know we're all over the place. And that's how you stay in front. I am going to crash out and see Arlas and the princess and back onto emails to continue on. What else is there to tell you? I will say hello in a minute. I've got a lot of busyness. That's what I'll tell you. We're very happy. We're very grateful. I, for one, yes, perseverance is the key. I'd like to put music on and dance, but there's no time. No time. Lev, Bosch, Lisa, easy, fly. Yes, fam. I have a horrible calcium deposit in my shoulder, rotator cuff. First questions from orthopedist receptionist. Do you have Medicare, Medicaid, other insurances? Not what is your medical problem? Yeah, notice commercial thought first, woman, man secondary. Lindsay, awesome. Yes, it is. Moving forward, always Funkstar. No signal in Matlock. We'll watch later. Barnes, Michael, sorry. Yes, we will speak. Too much on. Look at this. I've sent you a text though, so we're all good. Chase that up my end. I've just rang to Michael. I've just rang Lado. He didn't answer. So as I've just said to Tube, I'll feed this back later, and we will. I'll give you a call tomorrow, and we'll see what happens over the course tonight, brother Barnes, Michael of the Barnes clan. I think that will do for now. Yeah, that will do. How are we feeling? HAPPY, reach for the sky. Yeah, that'll do. I'm sure there's something else, but like I say, if you want to do a video and say what we're doing, if you've got a channel and you want to promote, you want to download this one and share it, you have my permission to download it and share it, put it on your own channel. If YouTube does you for copyright infringement and charges you, that's not on me. I give you authority, I give you permission as the author and the owner of this video and content and intellectual property. What the legal military system does behind our backs and how they incorporate that is another issue, but I give you permission. If you believe it will incur copyright infringement on your channel, then don't do it. I can't tell you whether it will or won't. They're doing what they want, as you can see with man. They're doing what they want. It looks like EE, Wi-Fi, 5G, hemoglobin, not having your money, being starved, burnt alive. Wow. If I hadn't seen that film by Diane Jessie Miller called One by One, which was incidentally Rick Mayall's last film, in which he says in it 30 times that by 2030 the population will be, I'm inclined to believe that now. Rick, are you listening up there? Thanks for that message. Diane Jessie Miller, who's the author of that film, which you can't find anywhere. There is a copy of it on eBay, and I have a copy on DVD, and I may have backed it up, as I own the original, onto an MP4 for group private showings when we have seminars. If you've not seen it, disturbing to say the least. Agendas, Georgia Guidestones. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I said to Mr. X, it shouldn't be like this. He's just turned around and said, yeah, I've got a daughter or a son who's got 5 major things wrong, and yet I'm triumphing over getting payment authorized and doing it all this roundabout way, rather than just going, hello, here's the stuff. They look at it, stamp, stamp, stamp. See you in a year. In fact, before you go, what we'll do is we're going to set up a plan, a care plan. And what we're going to do is we're going to give you this much for this long, for the first 6 months. After 6 months, we're going to come round, we're going to have a chat with you, or you can come to us, you can email us, we'll send you an email, we'll drop you a letter, you know, all these ways of, you know, are you still ill? Are you fit for work? Are you on the road to recovery? When really, you know, you're not a criminal, you've done nothing wrong, you're on, you know, the road to the end, or you are in a little bit of a bad place and you're going to recover, but not quite yet. There is a term for that. You know, it's very sickening that you get left outside if you don't fill the boxes, tick the boxes. That's not how it works. That's not how we that's not what we signed up for. We didn't sign up to go out and be a slave and pay all these taxes and levies and charges and etc. And then when we need you and when we need that, what we've paid, we get told no. Well, I remember that sketch show, Computer Says No. You know, we may as well have Walliam sat there, who's a lady, who's a man who doesn't know really what he is. He's a celebrity, you know, judge now on X Factor. But yes, makes me sick. Call out to all celebrities that want to help less abled. Where are they? Where are the ones with the hundreds of thousands? Where are the footballers? Where is anybody who gives a shite about what's going on and investment and help? If you know one of them, share this video with them. Let them know what we do. Let them know how hard we work. Let them know how many mans are being throttled by legal situations. I'm not even going to get into Boris. I haven't had a chance to talk about Boris and the claims and the courts and the things and who and the how, because we focus. And I'm already well behind. So we'll leave it at that. You know why we're here. You know why we do it. We are struggling. There isn't a lot of time. And we thank you for that. Spread hydrogen, me and Lee, possibly brother Lyndon, if not Dave and Lee, and then maybe Lee 80% said yes. Sheffield hydrogen. See the video I've done for you for an update on that. Maybe later Saturday, if Lyndon's about, we're going to go tech 5G and a bit deeper into what he knows. And then when I catch up with brother Kev, we will look at this. Maybe Sunday-ish. I'm going to see Mr. X hopefully Sunday, who's you know, give us this admission, an update, and then maybe Sunday evening we could have a late one, because I don't believe Monday's going to be an early one for me. We are available for you in your area, cafe and community very, very soon. So I'll look at the comments on that previous video I did. You got to catch up. I'm making a video every hour at the minute. So check the titles, what's relevant for you, and we will update you accordingly. Next online Saturday, I do believe, unless I get something that I need to bring to you in the in between time. That's what you're on about. Oh, that's not me. And if you've got one eye on one leg, rise above it. Okay, Lisa. Alan, can you work for us and make us lots of money? Yes, Alan, I can work for you. No, work, war with the K. Are you at WOR, war with the K? Look at your wardrobe. There's another one, WARD, 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 and ROBE, war, D, robe. Very, very strange. But no, we don't. We get remunerated for our efforts and deeds and what we do for our time. But Alan, thank you, brother. Right, I met with the little government asking what planet is the alphabet from, and your ideas laugh. The alphabet, what did I see? They're called the Alphabet Gang. Google, Facebook, Twitter, Amazon, and something else. They're called the Alphabet Cluster, actually, John, as well. Thank you for that, brother. Buffered, and just as you said about depopulation. Had it, bad it, excuse the shoulder. Oh, bless you, sister. Funk Star, sorry. You are just a number to them. That's right. A date of birth, a surname, and a number, to be fair. That's what you are. Simply as that. I won't say that out loud in case there's any little ones, because the phonics will sound like it's the male. But don't use your DIC all over words. Brilliant. Thank you, John. With that, we'll say peace and love. Sha sha. Namaste. One love. We'll be back soon. Ciao, bello.